Yes, Abhi, you were absent in the previous class. Why were you absent in the previous class?
Sir, I was not in the house. That's why I went out with my family. So I was unable to attend the class.
Okay. So have you watched the previous lecture? Because that was very important. Hmm?
Yes, sir. And in our school, the portions are a little ahead of the tuition. So we have covered the part that I missed.
This does not matter that you have covered that one. There are some topics that are still means it is not necessary that 100% the teacher that is teaching you. Okay, and
Yes,
that
sir.
I am teaching you is exactly same. We must have some differences. Okay. So that we
Yes,
have
sir.
discussed in the previous class. The class was very important regarding to DNA copying. Okay. So here the question that reproduction is essential for phenomena for survival of an individual, but for the stability of a species justify. So this we can say, how can we ensure this one? And how can we write this answer for this one? Yes, note it down question number 57, please, in your copy. This I have explained in the previous class. Noted, Shweta?
Yes, sir.
So how can we say that reproduction is essential phenomena that is not for survival for individual but stability of a species? Hmm?
Because reproduction is not a life process, but it is essential for the continuation of a species and for
Yes.
the growth of young ones.
Okay. Up to we can say this one also. Uh, but if I ask you, okay, let me write this one. Not every, we cannot say that yes, because reproduction is not an essential life process. The class is being recorded. So let me write this question for you. So we can write as reproduction is not a life process, is not a life process, i.e., i.e., reproduction, reproduction, reproduction reproduction is not an essential criteria to decide whether something is living or not. Okay. To decide whether something something is living or not. Okay. Reproduction is not an essential life process. We can say that reproduction is not an essential life process to decide whether something is living or not. Okay. But reproduction ensure continuity of species. Continuity of species of species. Reproduction results results in variation which help an organism to which Okay, right. Which help organism provide better living condition according to changing environment. Okay, are you understood? Understood? Noted this one? Shweta, Abhi?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Next one. If I give you the next question here, uh, this one question. Question number 48. If I talk about question number 48, what would be the ratio of chromosomes in between an egg and zygotes, and how is sperm genetically different from egg? But no, not only this one. How is not only first part? How would be the ratio of chromosomes of between an egg and zygote and its zygote? What is the ratio?
One
Question
is
number
to two.
1:2.
Two.
Yes, ratio of an egg and its zygote. Yes, it is going to have 1:2 ratio. Okay. So note the answer for this one, that it is going to have 1:2 ratio. Okay. Got it? Question number 48, first part.
Yes, sir.
Tejasvi, why are you late?
I'm sorry, sir.
In the previous class, you were also?
No, sir. Previous class I joined early.
Okay. There was also a question, the fertilization 43, I think. No. 41, the stability, the growth. There was a question that. Question number 30. What is a clone, and how do offspring formed by asexual method of reproduction exhibit the remarkable similarities? What you will write the answer for this one? Question number 30.
Clone is the young one of
Young one
through asexual reproduction, which
produced
is
through.
the exact same as the parent
Yeah.
cell.
And why it is same? Why it is same? Tell me. Okay. So let me help you. That how, if I'm talking about this one, that why a clone, and what is a clone? First of all, if I what is a clone? What is a clone? Clone is a young offspring that is produced by asexual method of reproduction, and we can say that it is exact copy of their parents. Okay, so we can say that clone is the exact copy of clone is the exact copy of a parent, or of an organism, which is produced by a sexual method of reproduction. Okay, note it down. And what is the second part being asked here? And why do offspring formed by sexual remarkable similarities? So why? Because here in this one, no gamete involvement is taking place, only the DNA of single parent is involved. So we can write here the we can say that the organism that are reproduced by a sexual method of reproduction are exact copy of their organism produced by single are exact copy of their parent, because here only single parent DNA is involved. Okay, note it down.
Yes, sir.
No two parents are involved. So we can say that it is going to have the similar characteristics, similar properties.
Noted, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, if I'm having this one, next question from this one. Question number 31. Note question number 31. How is the offspring and the parents of organism reproducing through sexual mode of reproduction have same number of chromosomes? Have same number of chromosomes. Question number 31. And can you answer me this question?
Offsprings are formed by fusion of sperm and egg. So sperm contains 23 chromosomes and egg contains 23 chromosomes, which together fuse to form 46, which is the normal amount of chromosomes in a human body.
Very good, very good. So how can we write this answer in the copy? Have you noted this question? First note this question in your copy in every other students. Please note this one. Noted, everybody?
Just a minute, sir.
Tejasvi, Shweta, noted?
1 minute. Sir.
Noted, sir.
Noted, okay. So if I'm talking about this one, that here that explain how offspring and parents of organism reproducing through have same number of chromosomes. So we can write the answer like during sexual method of reproduction, okay, gametes, okay, gametes, that is we will write N, of male and female which are having half number of chromosome than normal or than other normal cells, somatic cells. We called it somatic cells. Normal cells means then other somatic cell, which are having, we can say the gametes and a male and female of male and female are having half number of chromosomes, and another somatic cell fuse together. Shweta is having problem of internet. Fuse together. Okay. Fuse together to form zygote, which is diploid. Okay. For example, in human beings, 23 chromosomes, 23 male and 23 female chromosome fuse together to form zygote 46, that is zygote. Okay, so these are having N, this is haploids, and this is diploid to N. Okay, so note it down. Human being, 23 male and 23 female chromosome fuse together to form zygote, which has 46 chromosome equivalent. Okay, got it? Noted this one?
Yes, sir.
Shweta, are you facing problem with internet?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to turn off my video. Okay, for instance, if I'm going to have something, means need to teach you something, then it might be possible that if I turn off my video, then the slow connection can also work there. Okay, so let it be. Now moving to the next part, here we have done this question. Let's move further to this part that we have discussed in the previous classes. Okay, now we have done the we were on the asexual method of reproduction, and we were discussing this one. Okay, so let's discuss this one, that we know that asexual method of reproduction that we have discussed in the previous class. Fusion, I think we have studied this one. Fusion or not fusion? Only DNA copying we have studied. Tell me, do we have studied this asexual method of reproduction? Types of asexual method of
Yes,
reproduction, this
sir.
fusion. Okay,
Yes,
so in
sir.
fusion, binary fusion we have studied. In multiple fusion, have you noted this one in your copy?
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me. Okay, so let's talk about the multiple fusion. Have you noted this one also? Plasmodium example.
No, sir.
Okay, what happened in the multiple fusion? In binary fusion, that is only an organism, so single cell organism, which the cell genetic material is copying itself, and then it divides into two halves. So that is called binary. Means bi means two. Binary fusion means the organism will divide into two daughter cells. But what happens in the multiple fusion? There is an organism, okay, and the nucleus divides several times within the cell, okay, and then each nucleus collects some cytoplasm and form a new organism. That is called multiple fusion. And this occurs in unfavorable conditions. Okay, this happens in unfavorable condition. So when the favorable condition arises, each nucleus collects some cytoplasm and then forms a new organism. Okay, you understood? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So in this process, the parental body divides mitotically to produce many small nuclei. Later, each nuclei collects some cytoplasm and form new organism. Note it down. Note it down, please. In this process, the body divides a mitochondria to produce many nuclei. Later, each nuclei collects some cytoplasm and form the new organism. Okay. Done. Shweta, Abir, Tejasvi, done.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the next one is budding. What happens in budding? Budding is actually also a method of asexual method of reproduction. Like in we can consider this one that like in Hydra, a multicellular freshwater living organism. So when Hydra is get mature, okay, then an outbird, we can say that a bird arises, a sideways a bird, an outgrowth. We can consider this one. This one as outgrowth. Outgrowth arises, and later these outgrowth become bigger in size, and then get detached from the parent body. And this bird then again form a new organism, start behaving as a new organism. So what is it in this one? Budding. In this process, parental animal produce an outgrowth called bud. Later, these bird get detached from the parent body and behave as new organism. Okay. So, for example, Hydra, which is a freshwater living organism produced by this budding method. Okay, so note it down, please. Put it down, budding. Done this one?
Done, sir. Done, sir.
Done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's talk further. This is called budding. Okay, and what happened in the yeast also reproduce with the help of bud, or we can say by budding method. Okay, so if I talk about the yeast is a unicellular fungus that you see. This is the yeast. It is a unicellular fungus. Okay, so what happens to the yeast? Okay, yeast when get mature, a small bud arises, a small projection arises over the yeast. Later, this projection get bigger in size and form a bud. Then over this bud, a new projection or a new bud arises, and later on, this process remain continue for 3 to 4 times. A bud over a bud comes and grow, and later each part get detached and form a new organism. Okay, got it? Got it? So what we are going to write here is that budding is also found in organism like yeast. So whose mic is open? Check the mic, dear student. Okay, I've muted now. So budding is also found in organism like yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus. Okay, what is this? Yeast is a unicellular fungus. When yeast produced by budding, a small projections arises. Means you can so note it down here that yeast is a unicellular fungus. The yeast when grows by budding, a small projection arises over this one on the upper part of the cell, which further grows and form a bud, which further grows and form bud. Later, each bud arises on the previous bud and their process remain continue for 3 to 4 times. Okay, got it? And later
Yes, sir.
these bird get detached from the and form. When this process continue, a bird over bird come for 3 to 4 times, then each bird gets separated and form new organism. Okay, note it down, please. Done? Shweta, done?
Sir.
Still writing.
Yes,
Now I think your problem of internet is solved.
yes, sir.
Noted, sir.
Other also
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
done. Okay. So let's move further. The next one is spore formation. Spore formation. Okay. If I talk about the spore formation that you have seen bread mold. If you keep a bread for long times in open air and there is a moisture over it, then it get a green color substance or we called it fungus or fungi. Okay. This is called rhizopus. This is called rhizopus. So rhizopus is a fungi and this produce or reproduce with the help of spore formation. Okay, bacteria also do this type of formation. Okay, so what happened, this is called rhizopus. This is whole rhizopus, this fungi, and this thread like structure is called hyphae. Okay, hyphae. So this hyphae is actually a thread like structure over which a bulb like structure called sporangium. This bulb like structure is called sporangium, and within the sporangium there are minute pores or we can say minute particles or capsule. We called it spore. What we called it? Spore. Okay, so when this sporangium, if I talk about this one, that what happened to this one, if this is a thread like structure and this thread like structure, this is a unicellular fungi. Okay, and these, and you know that these are the bulb-like structure called sporangium, and within the sporangium we have this spores. What is the spores? If I talk about you, the spores is a minute capsule that has capability to give rise to new individual. Okay, spore is a minute capsule. Okay, or propagule, we can consider this one, that has a capability to give rise to new individual. Means a new individual can be grown with the help of spore. So what happens? Firstly, in this sporangium, the nucleus divides several times. Within the sporangium, the nucleus divides several times, and then each nucleus collects some cytoplasm and form a spore. And this all happen in the bulb-like structure because it is done in during the unfavorable conditions. When there is unfavorable condition, high temperature, wind, or we can say that rain. So during that times, within the sporangium, nucleus divides several times, and later it forms spores. So spores is formed within the sporangium, and when the favorable condition rises, this sporangium get burst, and we can consider that this sporangium get burst, and these spores are scattered everywhere. These spores are scattered everywhere. So where they grow, where they reaches into the soil, the new fungi arises, start arising from this one. Okay. So whatever, if I called about it, this is another method of assessor method of reproduction. Generally happens in fungi and bacteria. Spore is a minute. What is a spore? A spore is a minute tropicule or capsule that has capability to divide and form new organism. So it has the capability. Spore has the capability. There are something that has the capability to give rise to new individual, and spore is one of them. Okay. In fungi like Rhizopus, a bulb-like structure is formed called sporangium. It is a bulb-like structure. Okay. Under unfavorable condition, when there is not a favorable condition outside, the nucleus divides several times within the sporangium, and then it collects some types of cytoplasm, like in multiple fusion also. But in multiple fusion, there is a cell, and within the cell, nucleus divides several times. And here also, the nucleus divides several times, and it is also done in the unfavorable condition. So it almost has the same characteristics or same properties or similar types of reproduction as that of multiple fusion that we have studied previously. So now the favorable condition arises, the sporangium get burst and spores are scattered everywhere. Spores are scattered everywhere, which result in the formation of new organism on germination. Okay, you understood?
Yes,
You
sir.
understood?
Yes,
So
sir.
please note it down. Note it down. Write the spelling of this one, that is hyphae. Okay, so sometime it is being asked in the question, the thread-like structure, hyphae is, this is thread-like structure called hyphae. AE. So please note it down. Okay. Done. Done, dear students?
No, sir.
Note it fast, please.
Done, sir.
Done?
Yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
noted. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now talking about this one, now we have the another type of method is regeneration. What happened in regeneration? Okay, let me show you this one. Regeneration is also a method in which this is very in very simple primitive organism. Let me show you this one. That how does regeneration happen? Actually, in some organisms that are very primitive, like they don't have well body design. They generally have a very simple body design. If you cut that organism into 2 or 3 halves, then we are able to get a new organism from that one. Okay, got it? Got it? You understood?
Yes,
So,
sir.
for example, in planaria, if I'm talking about planaria, so in planaria, it happens. Okay, let me show you.